Hi everyone, I hope you're all well today and I hope you've had a good week this week. Um, I know I look a bit different to what I normally look. I think you might remember that I said I was going for a photo shoot today and I'm not long home, so I still have my false eyelashes on and I haven't even been on WordPress today. I've been out all day. I left the house at I think I left the house at but no, I didn't leave the house at 10:30. I left the house before 10 o'clock and I got to where I was going an hour too early. But I'm a little misorganised, always likes to be rather early than late. And because it was in Edinburgh and so far from home, I thought I'd give myself plenty of time. So yeah, I've still got my false eyelashes on. Um, it was amazing. It just was totally amazing. I think I enjoyed it more than I did last year. The one I did last year, if that's possible. It was just amazing. I would recommend it to anybody if you can afford it. That's twice I've won competitions to get that kind of thing done, and I can't wait to see the photographs next week. I don't know how many photographs the lady took. I have no idea. She was just clicking. It was just amazing. I enjoyed it so much. I probably enjoyed it a little too much. I think I probably indicated the last time when I had it done. It's for me. It's for any woman. It's really empowering, but for me particularly, given what I was told for such a long time, to feel empowered and sexy and yeah, it just is amazing. It's just amazing. As I say, there's nothing like, you know what I mean. It's not like a porn shoot or anything like that. I want to talk about something today, and I might have touched upon it after the last photo shoot. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might have done. Basically, the when you feel like that and you're empowered like that, it is to do with the divine feminine, and some of you might not even be aware of what the divine feminine is. There's a divine feminine and there's a divine masculine, and we all have these within us. I'm going to talk about something which I seen on Facebook this morning, which was quite disturbing, and I believe that this is the cause of a lot of anger issues in people, because the divine feminine, when she is properly in her energy and not unhealed like I am, the divine feminine is a very nurturing, caring, soft energy. And I believe that there's too many men have got probably a little too much of the feminine, and women have got too much of the masculine. So the masculine, I believe, would be the cause of what I seen on Facebook today, which really disturbed me quite a great deal, and it was a video. I don't know if it was taken down. It's somebody that I used to work with at Bernardo's, and it was a group of children, boys and girls, attacking a girl in this area, and they could not, the kids could not have been more than 12, 13, and there must have been a dozen of them on one girl. Where these children learn this kind of behaviour, I would not know. It's quite frightening to think that kids that age could attack a girl on her own like that. I found it quite horrifying. They were kicking her in the face, basically, amongst other things. So obviously, girls are not supposed to do that. I know when I'm triggered, I go a little bit, I get angry and I don't like it. So I know that I'm well aware, as I always say, that I am unhealed. I wouldn't go to the point of hitting anybody, but I don't like what rises up in me. And when I get angry, I turn into somebody I don't know and I don't like, and I don't want to be like that. So it's up my job to heal myself, because I am by nature a very caring person, a very gentle person. I would rather walk away from battle than stand and fight with anyone. Whatever the weapon of choice is, I would rather not take part in any battles. I'm too old for battle. I don't have the energy for battle anymore. So where these children and these boys and girls are getting this from, they must be getting it. They're learning it at school, or they're learning it from their parents. I don't know which it is, but it was really quite frightening. So this is what happens with the bloodlines, and this is what I've always said about trauma and abuse. It's passed on down the bloodlines. If they're doing that at 13-year-old, what are they going to be like when they're 23-year-old? You know? And this is because the divine feminine and the masculine feminine is obviously is out of sync somewhere, because girls don't behave like that. Girls want to, girls don't dress Barbie dolls anymore, because we're well past that stage. They're on a lot of social media, so they're learning to behave like that on social media. Is that where they're getting it from? I don't know. And I know this is way tangent here, tangent there, but you're used to it. I don't want to see children behaving like that. And this is another aspect of children that I see, especially young girls, where they want to be women far too soon. They want to be women far too soon. So you see children 13 with these on. You see them with fake tans. You see them with short skirts. And I'm not an expert because I've never had kids, but what I seen on that video today was really quite frightening. And there has been an increase in this area in the last 6 months of children running riot and causing a lot of problems, which is also quite frightening as well. So where are they learning that from? You see, when I was at school, you got the belt. you got the toss, it's called the toss, and you knew when you got that belt because you held out your hand like that, and it was sore. There's no discipline. There's no discipline in the schools anymore. So discipline has to be taught at home, surely. Surely it has to begin at home. You're responsible. You know? I don't know, but that was just, I felt so sorry for that little girl. Seeing that was not nice. Anyway, it's like I'm filming this at 6 o'clock, and I must have, I was there a good couple of 2-3 hours. As I say, I go back next week. Again, I'm only allowed to keep one, but depending on the price of them, I might take more of the ones that are there. I don't know. I'll see what they're like. I think they'll be good. So the poem I'm going to read today is called The Longest Day, and I wrote it on the 21st of June, which was the longest day, which, as we know, is the summer solstice, and then the days gradually start to get shorter as we move past that. And the poem is called The Longest Day, and it's not connected in any way to what I've just been speaking about. I did have a couple of days at the beginning of the week where I was, and I'll hold my hand up because I always hold my hands up, struggling again. But yeah, I'm good. I'm fine now. Yeah, today is just today was a battle, an absolute battle. It just was an absolute battle. I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I could do that all the time, like as a living. Because the photographer kept telling me, like, and I'm not fishing for compliments, and I didn't come on with these for compliments. And you know, she asked me, do I work out and blah blah, and I don't, but it's probably because I've never had kids. That's why. And I'm the girl that constantly says, oh, I'm carrying too much weight. Anyway, I'll read this poem out, and it's called The Longest Day, because I see I've nearly ran on to 15 minutes. But if you want to find out more about the divine feminine and the masculine feminine, obviously you can buy books, or you know, but as I think that there is so much anger in the world, because on both sides, male and female, it's either because it's been carried through the bloodlines, or it's because they're masculine and feminine, and we've both sexes have got both the masculine and the feminine in them, and you've got to keep them in balance, or you know, they run out of kilter. You can find out more about them online if you want to do that. So I'm going to read this poem, but you probably turned off like 5 minutes in, because you probably thought, what in the name of is she talking about today? So this poem is called The Longest Day, and it was basically, I do write a lot about time, because I feel that as you get older, it's like it goes quicker. When you're a child, It's, yeah, it's like your whole world, your whole life's ahead, what you're going to do, who you're going to marry, and then suddenly you're nearly 60 and you're like, whoa, like, really? Like, how can that even be possible? I think it goes faster as you get older. So I do write a lot about time. And I think we waste a lot of time. I don't know why we waste a lot of time, but we do. And we can't claw it back in any way. I lost a great deal of time when I was, in that relationship, but as I was telling the girls today, if I had not been there, I would not have realised how strong I am. I do, I take some positives from it. I take some positives, even though it was crap at the time. Let me read this poem, because I'm really going to fast approach 20 minutes here. I am, and I don't, as I say, if you turned off 5 minutes in, it's fine. On this the longest day, I have some advice. Take a seat, especially if you are new in town, fresh from your mother's womb, with your whole life ahead. I could cut to the chase by telling you, time is anything but kind. I know this as I look in the mirror to see another line on my face. Today is the longest day, but time slips through your fingers like sand. The dash from birth to death may feel like a schlep when burdens weigh you down. Burdens are the test to see if you have the strength to survive. All things pass with time, including chances, if you hesitate. Because time does not wait, you must understand. We are all standing in that line, and it is a line, not a queue. When the Father of Time calls to collect debts overdue, you cannot sign a cheque. To extend its value, today is the longest day. It is also one less day to do what you came here to do. And that is it. That is basically it, peeps. It's another day less. And no one knows. No one knows it's not to do with age or anything. So that's why we should enjoy it while we're here, because we're only here for a short time. We should enjoy it. I know sometimes it's hard and we think why and how and what, but I will see you on Monday if you're still here on Monday after this video. I just want to quickly add that if you do have a channel yourself, I sometimes don't always have the time to sit and watch other people's videos. If I have the time, I will try and pop onto your channel, and I do appreciate everybody who has subscribed and spends time with me watching my videos or commenting or liking. But WordPress obviously is my main platform, and it always will be. Not even touched WordPress today, so I have a mountain to look at after I come off here. Have a good weekend. Be kind to yourself, be good to yourself, and Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on things that are not important, and you know what's important. You know, people are important, moments are important. You know, it's the little things, not the big things. Alright, the big things are sent to test, but at the end of the day, it's people that make the world, and we all need to start being a lot kinder to ourselves, or sorry, to other people, and stop walking about angry. You know, I'll leave you with that. I'll see you on Monday. Take good care.